Good evening, everyone. Whoever's in here, just want to give kind of an update on this. Right now, we're just providing the live feed for the cameras. We don't really plan on having much audio until these get a little closer. We're still getting some other things done around the house and stuff like that. But for anybody that wanted to watch the camera feed, there was quite a bit of lightning and it's just pretty constant there for a little bit. So I figured we'd put it up, let people look at it, um, and then we'll watch the slide. I'm going to go to radar real quick, just to let you guys take a look at that. So this line of storms here, uh, the stuff over by like Marshall, over by Dover, Waverly, Carrollton area, all of that's been severe warned for quite a while, and that's moving south to southeast. So that's probably gonna hit like maybe Sedalia area and maybe over towards Knob Noster. You guys can just kind of watch where that's going, but then we also have another severe thunderstorm warning back over by Smithville area. This one kind of looks like it could be weakening a little bit. I haven't really watched it that much. I've been trying to get everything going and replying to some comments here, but just want to let you know we are here. We're not necessarily going to be talking a whole lot until these get a little bit closer and some severe warnings start coming into like Lee Summit, Odessa area and stuff like that. We'll just see how these storms go. Doesn't look like there's much back over on the Kansas line, actually Kansas State line there. That is kind of where these are. I don't expect much to form back there, at least in the near future, right here. But we'll watch these. If they continue to have severe thunderstorm warnings, by the time they get a little bit further south, we'll come back on and we'll have some live coverage for it. But for now, we're just going to play the cameras, and if you want to watch it, you can. If not, then I really don't know what else to do there. So, but so if anybody has any other questions right now while I'm on, go ahead and put them in. I'll have the mic on for another minute or two, and then I'm gonna mute it, and then just watch this line. I'm gonna pull this up. So this is showing the severe thunderstorm warning over just north of Concordia, Marshall area. That's the one that has about inch and 3/4 size, about golf ball size hail in it, and 60 mile per hour winds. The other one up by Kearney and Smithville has about an inch and a half with 60 mile per hour winds. And these may, if they hold together, we'll start seeing these severe thunderstorm warnings drop south as they go. But there's a chance that they're going to start weakening and falling apart a little bit. And I can kind of already see that in the cameras here. When I started this was nonstop lightning up on the top left camera. It was just literally nonstop, and now it's starting to slow down, which kind of tells me these may be weakening, and this is looking north out of Dayton, so we're going to be looking right around the. Let me take this off here, right on the Kearney, Richmond, kind of just due north of Dayton, Garden City area is where these storms are going to be. So but if anybody has any questions right now, feel free to put them in. If not, I'm going to mute and just have the cameras up. And actually, I can probably throw the radar down in the bottom left. But primarily, just wanted if anybody wanted to watch the cameras, that's wanted to have them on here in case anybody wanted to watch them. Hi, Selena. Sorry, we were away from the computer there for a few minutes. Sedalia does look like it's going to get some of. Or I had my stream on and I was hearing myself. There we go. All right, guys, we're gonna have some audio now. Basically, these storms are starting to turn a little from southeast to more of a south motion, so we're gonna have a lot more of us going to be affected by this. So we've got the audio on now. But what I was saying, Selena, is yes, Sedalia is going to get be in the path of this, and it does look like inch and 3/4 size hail with some 60-mile-per-hour winds. It would be coming that direction. Drake, it's still looks like the same right now. Right now, there's nothing in Henry County, but it is starting to drop south, and I'm going to switch over to just the radar here in just a second and get all of that up for you guys. So here we go. So what we're looking at here is this line of storms. It basically goes from Platte City, just east of Platte City, all the way down to Columbia. And this is the line that was up towards northern Missouri, and now it's dropping south. It was going a little bit more southeast, but now it's starting to drop due south. And that's going to put these severe warnings that you guys can see more to more people in like Cass County, Johnson County, Henry County, and Bates County area. And these are packing a punch with about an inch and inch size hail and about 70-mile-per-hour winds is what the one up by Higginsville, and that's going to be dropping into the north side of Johnson County here in just a little bit. There is another one over that's kind of north of Lee Summit, Buckner area, and that one's also got inch hail with 60-mile-per-hour wind. So this is kind of where the hail cores are for you. Anytime you get or whenever you guys are looking at this, anytime you see the purples, that's kind of a better sign for some larger hail. So right by Higginsville, just to the west of Higginsville, is going to be the biggest core that I can see right now, and that one's the one that's dropping about inch and 3/4. Or right now it's just an inch. It was a little bit more than that earlier. Uh, we're gonna be here until these things get out of the area, or they weaken to where they're just generalized thunderstorms. We had the cameras up for a little bit earlier, but we're just kind of watching these and doing some other things. But I know some people like to just watch the lightning, just kind of see the storms come in. So we wanted to provide that too. It looks like the hill up by just north and then northeast of Kansas City. It's weakened quite a bit there. There is storms up in northeast Kansas, but those are way out there. Those can probably fall apart before they get down in this area. To get things set correctly here. We go back over to radar here. Oh. Alrighty, so just recently they're placing Henry County, Cass County, uh, Bates County, and then over towards Miami County and Lynn County under the severe thunderstorm watch that wasn't previously there. I just seen that they added that there. I'm gonna switch over to the cameras real quick. It looks like the lightning on that north camera. Let me pull that up. Hold on. Log back into that. Alrighty. So this is a north facing camera. This is looking straight north. So we're gonna be looking right around Lone Jack, Odessa, Mayview area is where we're gonna be seeing all this lightning coming from. Just getting caught up again, guys. So I just stepped away for a few minutes. Actually, I didn't even get anything to drink. A little bit left. Velocities here. So right now there's no rotation, but there are some strong winds in this, guys. So this is going to be heading due south, going through Johnson County over here towards Pettis County there too. This is going to be dropping straight south. So if you have a radar app or anything, all of this is going south up towards Buckner. Just to the west of Buckner on 24 highway, there's a pretty significant, roughly about 60-mile-per-hour winds in there, and you've got kind of following down the line here. It's going to be basically between 45 and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Between was that Buckner? Yeah, just west of Buckner over towards Pettis County. Oh, that's what the severe warnings are going to be. There is hail involved in these, and everything looks to be about a quarter size, roughly about a quarter or inch size hail, quarter size. And about 70 miles per hour. Yeah. Put this in motion so you guys can see kind of what direction it's heading. You should be able to tell cities and stuff on there, so you can kind of pick out where you're at. And when these are heading south. The ones over here by Buckner are and Lone Jack and Odessa are kind of heading towards the southeast too. So these are kind of merge down here in Johnson County. Gust still. They're moving very fast right now, but they may pick up some speed the further south they get. They're moving about 35 miles per hour right now. Some messages. Maybe if anybody in here has any questions, feel free to put them in chat there, and we'll kind of go over whatever you got. Just checking on some stuff, guys. I'm here just watching. Nothing's really changed. Still got severe thunderstorm warning up for Jackson County, Johnson County, also up towards Higginsville, and then over towards Pettis County. And kind of the general is about 60, 70 mile per hour winds, and about an inch to maybe inch and a half size hail involved in that. These are all moving south at about 35 miles per hour. So looking at Cass County, Johnson County, down into Henry and Bates County. They do have a severe thunderstorm watch now for the first tier counties over on the Kansas side. Also, I can zoom out and you can see the pink right here. So Miami County and Lynn County are also under this. And they did just issue it for Henry County, but it's still a whole county away from Henry County. It's just really getting into the northern side of Johnson County. I'm gonna change chat for the scroll bar thing. I'm going to switch over to cameras for a few. Actually, let me make sure they're going to work. Here we go. This way you guys can see some of the lightning that's coming in. And that, like, this is still going to be right around the Lone Jack area and over towards Warrensburg area. Just north of Warrensburg. It's kind of the width of the viewing angle that's there. Yeah, there we go. I don't have the radar up. On the bottom left corner there. So does look like to be picking up speed as it's coming into Johnson County and Pettis County. It looks like it's going to be some pretty strong winds over there too. Velocities. So as I'm looking through this, I know it's kind of small on the screen over there. I'll kind of tell you where I'm at. Right by Oak Grove, just northeast of Oak Grove. There's it's about a 60 mph gust there, a little over 60, and then kind of going through this. Oh, I'm over by Hughesville, north of Sedalia now. Just kind of watching through. This is saying for the warning, this winds at 70 mph. So if you look though, looking at the radar, this is straight across here, and radar can't pick up that very well. It's either gonna be going towards or away from the radar. It can't pick up that's going parallel. So these are probably a little off from what they actually are. Oh man. All right, guys, I'm back. I had to go get a cup of coffee, and it is way too hot. All right, we'll go back over to radar here. Yeah, so it still looks like over in basically Johnson County, Pettis County. It's I think it maybe still picking up some speed here, but that's going to be some pretty strong winds right along that line. So Warrensburg, Sedalia area, probably getting some pretty heavy winds, torrential rainfall, a lot of lightning. Not a ton of hail on that, but it's going to be primarily wind and some really heavy rain, guys. Looks like stuff back here, Independence and Blue Springs is kind of everything is that looks to be basically going southeast into this other storm, so just kind of colliding into one big MCS, mesoscale convective system, and it's basically just one big line of storms. Sorry about that. That is just really hot cup of coffee. Just crazy amount of lightning that's out there, guys. I'm gonna kind of switch back and forth here until something big, or unless something big changes on the radar here. It's even that's still up on the bottom left there. This stuff is really pushing south. You can see on the last couple frames there, it's went quite a ways south of Lamont, about halfway between Lamont and Green Ridge. And then there's some pretty strong winds. We've also got this second line up here in northeast Kansas. This thing it's still about the same, guys. It's still heading south through Johnson and Pettis County. I mean, the strongest part of the storms right now. There, that's probably a little bit better there. Yeah, I don't really see much back to the west of this line that really concerns me. There's a cell out here by Leavenworth still, but it doesn't even have a special weather statement or anything on it right now. But not saying that can't, strengthen or anything like that. But right now, I'm not going to worry too much about anything west of this. But right here between kind of Lone Jack area, pretty much all of Johnson County, all of Pettis County, is right along 50 highway there, just south of 50 highway, is all going to have pretty strong 60, 70 mile per hour wind gusts, some torrential rainfall. So if you're knowing anybody that's driving in that area, they probably can't see very far, probably not even across the road. This is going to be some pretty heavy rain, guys. And this looks to be dropping south into Henry County, and Benton County is kind of what this is looking like if it holds together. If As long as it holds together, it's just going to keep dropping south, may even turn more southeast. But right now it's heading south, and it's got a pretty good wind bag in it. So right through here, right along that line, it looks like really south of Knob Noster, right around the county line between Johnson and Pettis. Looks to probably be where the strongest winds are. Just in front of that is where the strongest winds are going to be, all along that line. So what we're looking at on camera there, on the north facing camera, the big one top left, that's going to be over by Lone Jack area, is what what you're going to be looking at there. So I'll transition this over real quick. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. But when you see the lightning on this area right in here, that's going to be right in here is what we're looking at. So it is kind of cool to be able to see the storm. I wish it was daylight so you could really see it, really, so I could see it too. But that would be the part of the storm right in here, just by Lone Jack, that would be looking at on the camera. I'll go ahead and transition back and forth a couple times here, but it's gonna be right around Lone Jack when you look at that north facing camera. It looks like a lot of the cameras, even the north one out of Creighton's, getting the lightning now. And just about all of them besides the south-facing camera is seeing the lightning. And I don't think maybe the west one. Remember how I have these labeled. Okay, so the west is top right, east is middle right, and south out of Dayton is bottom right. All right, so for Cass County area, it looks like they went ahead and put a severe thunderstorm warning for the eastern side of Cass County, basically Harrisonville east, all the way through the east side of Cass County. And that is also going to be for 70 mile per hour winds. I never get these things to go away like I want them to. Here we go. If you guys can hear me chewing or swallowing, drinking coffee, let me know, and I will try to pull the mic away when I'm doing that. But it's not registering on my audio stuff that is picking it up. So if you have anybody watching from Urich right now we're between. I'm sitting in Urich, and right now we are between both severe thunderstorm warnings. I expect that to get filled in if this up by Holden holds together. Go ahead and put us in motion for a few. Let me see where that's headed. Yeah, I knew I had that. Well, where'd it go? Maybe I should just kind of recap here. We're watching this line of storms, right? Right, basically West Central Missouri, right along 50 Highway, I-70 area, pretty much from like Blue Springs area, Lone Jack, all the way over to Sedalia, and still east of Sedalia. This is moving south at about 35 miles an hour, roughly. Let's see. Nope, it's moving south to southeast at 40 miles per hour now. So they did pick up some speed, and it's kind of moving a little bit more southeast. And this is going to have some 70 mile per hour wind gust, some torrential rainfall, and maybe some pea-sized hail in this. And it's basically Johnson County, Pettis County. It's going to head into the eastern side of Cass County. If it holds together, down into Henry County and Benton County. And we'll just kind of see an update after it keeps dropping south. These could start weakening, but right now they're holding together. They're still packing a punch. And then we've got some more firing up behind it. None of this stuff is severe. It's got some special weather statements on it up in northeastern Kansas, but none of it's severe. None of this behind the initial line of storms in Missouri is severe. Does anybody in watching the stream have any questions or anything? So there's just not a whole lot to talk about right now. I think everybody's kind of sleeping at 11:30 on a Thursday. But this is still moving about southeast, mainly due south at about 35, 40 miles per hour, and packing a wind punch of about 70 miles per hour, 60 to 70 miles per hour, with like a torrential rainfall. Looks like it's down. Basically, the heaviest part is going to be south of 50 highway now until you get over by Pittsville area. So kind of a time frame is Clinton, Warsaw area, roughly 30, 45 minutes if it continues at the same speed. If it speeds up, which it could, it has a little bit, then it could be there just a little bit quicker. If it slows down any, which I really don't expect it to slow down. I'm gonna switch over to the cameras and just look at the lightning. It's still lightning quite a bit. So on that top left one, if I can get over to it, there it is. The top left one, actually, you can't see it. Okay, you can't see my cursor on that. I don't know why it's not pulling that. Anyway, the top left camera, when you're looking straight ahead, like above the lights, the street lights, that's gonna be looking up towards the Lone Jack area, right along 50 highway there. And then a little bit more to the right, that's gonna be over kind of in the Pittsville, Holden area. And then it kind of gets off screen there, but you can still see some lightning and stuff on the east camera. It's going to be that middle one on the right side. So that's going to be looking kind of towards Leeton area is where you're going to be seeing that initial lightning on the left side of that screen. Drake, right now there's nothing in Henry County, but it's getting ready to enter Henry County over by Windsor area. And that's what I was just saying about actually about that lightning on that middle camera on the right side, is that's going to be the leading edge of that storm. Clinton still looks like it's not under its fifth thunderstorm warning yet, but if these continue moving south how they are, then that's I can see Clinton and the rest of Henry County being put in it. But right now there's nothing, and it's when it does hit Clinton, it looks to be the 60, 70 power wind gust, torrential rainfall, and maybe some pea-sized hail in there, but it doesn't look like that's the hail's much of an issue right now. But there's just some spotty stuff for potential hail cores. Drake, thank you. We're just glad we're here. We're glad we're able to do this. So it's a passion. Never thought we would be doing this, but I'm glad we are. Been enjoying it. Been enjoying like, just communicating with everyone. So people coming in, putting some questions in and stuff. Just kind of get to know people. So we appreciate everyone that comes in here. And there's never a dumb question, and there's going to be questions that I can't answer because I'm not a professional, just a hobby. Still about the same. You're not really missing a whole lot on radar there for whoever's watching. I know a lot of people want me to put that full screen, but right now I like watching the lightning. But I can put the radar for full screen. It's really you're not missing a whole lot. So right in the middle, right here is where Windsor's at, so you can kind of see it, where kind of gauge where you're at over there. This area is gonna be Urick, and then Clinton's down here. Nancy, where are you heading to? You just left the airport, north end of downtown. If you're heading north end of Kansas City, I'll zoom up here and kind of headed to Clinton. Okay. So if you're headed to Clinton, right now it looks pretty good. You may run into some regular rain showers. The one that was up close to you is actually falling apart right now. That's kind of over by Parkville Gladstone area. But here, I'll just switch over to radar real quick. So you can see that on your way down, you shouldn't have a whole lot of issue. Now, if something else starts forming before you get to Clinton, you may run into something. But right now, it looks like you may be clear. I don't want to jinx that, but you may be clear all the way down, because this stuff that's getting ready to hit Clinton, Henry County, that should be out of the area about an hour, maybe an hour and a half kind of deal. And that's, so you may be watching just a fantastic lightning show all the way down. But other than that, unless if something starts forming, there's nothing that's going to catch you from behind right now. The stuff that would potentially is still up in northeast Kansas, up by Troy and Atchison, and a lot of that's weakening too. So if anything, you may catch some just general rain showers. Alrighty, let's take a look at the special weather statement here. Okay, so this is going to be for Bates County, so over by Lincoln, Warsaw, Cole Camp, over towards Stover, Versailles area. This is going to be that storm that's going to be south of Sedalia, coming out of Pettis County into Benton County, and whatever, I don't know what county is just to the east. I'm pretty sure that's not Benton. Anyway, over by Stover, Versailles, that kind of gives you an idea of what I'm talking about. This is going to be for 50 miles per hour winds and half-inch hail. So it looks like the storm on that part is starting to weaken at the current moment. And just kind of watch and see and make sure that continues weakening. But right now it's not severe warned. It's just got a special weather statement that's just under the severe limits for warning. Nancy, you are welcome. And yeah, I bet you are seeing that lightning. That's why I've got the cameras up. It looks, I mean, I kind of like watching that more than the radar. So, but I'll just keep clicking back and forth, and because right now, but there's no tornado warning or anything like that, and we don't expect there to be. So right now, it's just basically for the whole line, it's 60-ish mile per hour winds, maybe up to 70. Some start to weaken down to 50, and going there. For anybody in Cass County, it looks like the storms are going to stay really on, maybe clip the east side of Cass County, but like Harrisonville is almost in the clear, at least for the severe thunderstorm warning right now. But it looks like things are kind of progressing towards a weakening state, and They actually just removed that severe thunderstorm warning for Cass County, but looks like a weakening trend is what we're getting now, which is good because then these are just going to be general thunderstorms with some pretty heavy rain and some wind in that. So just kind of bringing up radar here so you guys can take a look. It looks like right in front of this line of storms, you see the white line here, and that looks to be potential outflow of some cold air. And if that's the case, if I'm correct here, then that's what's causing this weakening trend. If this wasn't there, then these would have some more warm, moist air to work with, some more fuel for the storm kind of thing. But since there's cold air, that's what it looks like to me is the reason why this is starting to weaken. And you kind of see that's what happened over here on after he got on a Sedalia over towards Coal Camp area. Just had some outflow of some cool air, which tells me the storms are also starting to weaken too. Also checking messages and stuff, guys. But if you have any other questions, just throw it in chat. So and there's not a whole lot of people left in here. I can kind of see how many are in here. We've got eight people in here between Facebook and YouTube right now. I do appreciate the eight people we have. That's still getting word out to somebody and helping somebody. So, but it does look like a trend towards weakening for basically the whole line. That's why we only have this one severe warning over here towards the southeastern Johnson County, northeastern Henry County, and then over towards basically all of southern Pettis County. We do have that special weather statement for over towards Warsaw, Lincoln, Coal Camp, and Benton County. I don't know the county just to the east, over by where Stover, Versailles, Laurie, and stuff like that. But that's kind of along the lines of it's a special weather statement. It just means things are just under severe limits. But I just realized that text is not coming across how it should. The text scrolling around the bottom. Looks weird. Why doesn't pick up the Let's see if this still learn the software. Okay. Looks like you can only put so many characters in there. They give this huge box, but you can only put so many characters. kind of looking through that cell and trying to figure out the whole texting thing here. Looks like the strongest winds that we have right now are just going to be south of Green Ridge and to the east of Windsor. Looks to be the only significant hail core. There is still some up by Warrensburg, just to the west of Warrensburg, kind of. It's not really Pittsville area either. I don't know what else would be in there, but Centerview and then west to northwest of Centerview. But the biggest one's going to be right around Green Ridge, Windsor. Not seeing any kind of severe winds in this, guys, but that hail core down here, that would be what's probably still prompting a severe thunderstorm warning in that area, right on Green Ridge, Windsor area, right along 52. Yeah, I'm not Nancy. If you're still watching, you're still looking good. You may time this to where you may not see a drop. Nice, you're making good time. If you go too quick, you may get into some of this. But I still think you're going to be good. You may just hit the back side of the stuff that's kind of over by Holden right now. So you like I was saying, sorry, the radio is going off. You may get into some of the stuff by Holden, but just kind of watching this, it looks like that may end up going north and east of Clinton. Have you seen any rain at all going through during your drive down? Because it doesn't show on here, but it could still have some light showers that don't actually show up because they're just that light of showers kind of deal. And really, the lightning guys has calmed down quite a bit too. Typically, when I say that, I switch over and then it starts blowing up again. But you can see it's not as frequent as it was 20-30 minutes ago. So that also gives us an idea that these are going to continue weakening. Usually weakening storms means less lightning. There's not as much friction in the air to cause it. Check that hail that was down there by Windsor area. See if that's still there. And that is weakened also. That hail core it's going to be east of Windsor now, just south of 52 highway. That has weakened from what it was 5 minutes ago when we were looking at that. So yeah, it looks like this whole line is going to continue its weakening phase, and they have taken away all the severe thunderstorm warnings. There is not one warning in the area. Check some wind gusts and stuff here. They're gonna have some decent gusts down by Burtville. Never heard of it, but Y Highway. It's gonna be south of 50 highway. Looks to be like 40, 45 mile per hour wind gust in there. Yeah, so basically Knob Noster down to Leeton area, you could have some decent wind gusts of 40, 45 miles per hour. Yeah. All right, go back over to. Right, sorry, I didn't see your original message there. We have every bit of that right now in Clinton. Which part, Bryant? Are you talking about like the rain cooled air or lightning? It doesn't look like you guys have had any rain down there in Clinton. Nancy, good deal. Hopefully it stays that way. It's going to be close for you if you're watching this. Or I know you're watching this, but the radar, you switch over. It's gonna be close. It looks like you may luck out. But yeah, so Bryant, the wind is it's going to be that rain cooled air, that outflow that comes out of the storm. There it means it's kind of dying off. It's the updrafts aren't as strong to keep that going. But so that's what you would have got there. It looks like it's probably just. I don't really hear it outside, but it's getting pretty close to where I'm at. But that would be the wind. It's just the outflow, and it's probably feel pretty cool out there while that's going. If I had a good thermometer, I'd actually watch it and see how cool it gets during all that. 'Cause it could drop quite a few degrees, especially on the ones that have had some hail to it too. It really starts cooling off things. That cool air won't last long though. As you could tell from outside today, it was pretty miserable out. There's still a lot of untapped air that's out by Butler and Passaic, but there's been a cap in the area all day, and it wasn't until about 4 hours ago when these started firing up in this area, and moving south. But yeah, there's just been a cap. So if I zoom out, you can see there were some storms just outside of this radar site over in Kansas, and there's a picture out there. If I could find it, I'd put it on here. But it literally had it North Missouri, northeastern Missouri, and then over in Kansas, about Osage City and stuff, and everybody had storms besides right around Kansas City area. And now we're the only ones with storms. It looks like, but it's crazy how the cap can just be just a little sliver between that. Yeah, that may have been that storm that I was telling you kind of died off up there as you were leaving up by Platte City or Parkville area. That may have been the one that originally was raining on you, Nancy. The wind is starting to hit my house now. Should be that wrinkled or and actually I'll go check the thermometer here in a couple minutes and see what it dropped down to. Well, that's nifty. Alrighty, guys, this is still about the same thing. Just that outflow. That's some pretty good wind gust, and definitely could hear it through my headset on this. So it was going pretty good out there. Actually, I'm gonna check the temp real quick. Be right back. All right, so it dropped down to about 70 degrees outside. It feels better out there, but it's not like chilly. Nancy, I don't know if you're still watching or not, but when you enter Henry County here, you're probably going to get some rain between Urick and Clinton. Looks like you'll be timing it about perfect for that. Drake, it is in Henry County. It's not severe warned at this time, so it's going to be some heavy rain, some lightning, and some wind with it. It doesn't look like it's going to be. Doesn't look like it's going to be much more than that. And basically, because this right here is an outflow boundary of cold air, some rain cooled air got out in front of the storm. So now it doesn't have enough the fuel it had before to kind of stay together. So that's what's causing this whole section right here, basically Henry County over into Benton County area to start weakening. And you can see further on to the east of there, it's the rain cooled air hasn't made it that far out, which means the updrafts are probably the strongest winds into the storm are probably coming from this direction here. So, but no, for Henry County, it's gonna be just some heavy rain, some lightning. Probably not any hail on that because it's not gonna have the updrafts to sustain anything to hold that rain, the moisture in the air to help create hail. yeah, it's over here, just like north of Versailles. Then Nancy, you're at Peculiar. All right. So I will bring the radar back over for you. Drake, timing on that, it's with probably an hour or so. This should be out of here. And I just missed the rain on where I'm at. You just went around. I went outside and there was nothing there. So Nancy, I'll go ahead and kind of put this up on full screen so you can see that there. You may end up timing this to where you're watching the backside of the storm all the way down. If you're at Peculiar now, you're roughly, what is that going to be, about 45 minutes or so to Clinton from there. This may just be exiting Clinton area right around the time that you're coming through there. So the lightning you're seeing, Nancy, too, is going to be down here by Uric area. And then by Leesville's got a little bit stronger of a part there of that cell. See if that's got. Yeah, so you got a little bit of helicord just by Leesville to north of Tightwad there, south of T Highway, east of 7. There could be a decent little like pea size, maybe a little bit bigger than pea size right there, but. Try to look out and see if we did get any rain. I don't think we did though. Looks like you got just a little bit of rain, just kind of enough to be annoying if you're trying to mow, kind of thing. All right, if whoever's still in here, none of this is severe warned at this time. It looks like it's probably going to stay under severe limits. Yeah, Nancy, I bet it is a beautiful lightning show. I've got the cameras on, so I've been watching that. I don't have it full screen or anything, but I bet you guys are seeing fantastic lightning show all the way south. That whole drive there. And if you're almost to Harrisonville, then you may hit the backside of this if you drive fast enough, but it looks like it may get out of here in time. going to be close for you. St. Clair County, it looks like right now just like a general thunderstorm. There's nothing severe on this, but it is moving south. Just kind of went through a weakening phase for a little bit there, but it looks like it's kind of building back up now. Some of that rain cooled air when it originally came out isn't cutting off the updrafts as much as it was before. I still feel like this is going to stay under severe limits, but it is increasing just a little bit. So I'm currently in Urick, and this went right around me. We got just a little bit on the road, not much. Like I said, about enough to be annoying if you're wanting to mow, but just barely. I'll pull up the east facing camera again. See if it's still. I'm gonna have to remove that radar image. To look at some of the lightning. This is kind of what Nancy's seeing as she's driving from Harrisonville down to Clinton. She's watching this lightning show. She's got a better view of it because she can see more of it. But this is a really, really fantastic lightning show. You can see all of the lower level clouds there. Nothing to worry about it in that. They're just lower clouds. Not really lowerings for tornadoes or anything like that. That shouldn't be anything we need to worry about tonight. Not really seeing any. Not seeing any kind of anything to worry about like wind wise right now. It's gonna be lightning and heavy rain. Could be some blinding rain in that. It's dark. You just can't see. Yeah, it looks like just southeast of Urick, we've got a hail core here, so that could be dropping some pea size hail roughly. So Nancy, if you drive into that, you could get some hail there. I think it's going to be out of the area before you get down in here. If you're still right around the Harrisonville area, that should be well south of 7 Highway by the time you make it down here. But we'll just kind of keep an eye on that and make sure that's not going to somehow start moving east. This stuff should be dropping south, so this should head towards like the Montrose, maybe just east of Montrose area. Oh, my bad. I didn't put that back over. Here, let me bring that back up. There we go. Show you what I was just talking about. So just southeast of Urick here, looks like it's already south of 7 Highway. It's kind of over by Hartwell area. Looks to be a pretty decent hail core that could be dropping about pea-size hail, but that is dropping south, so I don't think it's going to be anything you're going to have to worry about driving through once you get down in this just east south of Urick. This should be kind of down by Montrose area. Really, Nancy, you can watch the lightning, and then you can get a replay of the lightning a few seconds later. Yeah, there's no. They haven't extended any kind of severe thunderstorm watch or anything like that for St. Clair County. That lightning's awesome to look at, though. Also, there's some storms up here back behind the line, so like a post frontal thing. And these are just gonna be generalized thunderstorms. They don't really have anything that would potentially pack a punch or anything like that right now. They should stay with under severe limits. This would be the leading line. This is still in Henry County over into Benton County and dropping south. I could just sit here and watch that lightning all night, guys. I got quite a bit of lightning up north facing too. Where's that? That stuff. Oh, that's gonna be the stuff that's way way up. Make sure there's nothing else forming a little bit closer to us. So we've got all this lightning. I'm gonna bring up the other camera here, facing west, and there's just a couple clouds with the moon. That's because of a cap that's out west of us. That's just not allowing any kind of lift to be able to have a focus for storms. Now the outflow boundary that we were showing right in here could be a focal point. If there's anything that's going to form over there, this could act as a lifting mechanism to get some storms to fire up. But right now it doesn't look like that's the case. Just a possibility. So I don't know if anybody lives over towards Osage Beach, but they did put a severe thunderstorm warning for the line of cells that's over there. And I'm trying to pull up this county area real quick since I can't seem to remember. Western Miller County, Camden County, South Morgan County. So it's going to be a severe thunderstorm warning till 1 a.m. for 60-mile-per-hour wind gust and penny-sized hail. We're not going to cover that too much because I don't think we have anybody following or watching from over there. If there is, put something in chat and we'll focus a little bit more on that. But really, that's the only severe thunderstorm right now. I'm going to put this in motion so we can see kind of how the evolution of that. Okay. Nancy, also, the last few runs there, looks like this is going to be well south of 7 Highway by the time you guys get down. I'm going to guess we're right around the Creighton area right now, I would assume. Just thinking of time frame and stuff. But Drake, it should be getting pretty close. If you look at the radar image right now, you can see where Clinton's at, and the stuff is heading south. So it's just on the north side of, just north of Clinton and west of Clinton, but it's moving out. So the next 20 minutes or so, it's going to be kind of south here. Just turning on to 7 Highway, so you're just at Harrisonville there. Alrighty, yeah, Nancy, you should be golden then. Looks like this stuff's gonna be well out of there, and you're just gonna still get that beautiful lightning show all the way home. I don't know how you timed it like this, but it was perfect for you. And it's still got that hail core. It's kind of split into two little spots just west of Clinton there, but it is heading down. It's probably going to go between Montrose and Deepwater. There's a lot of power outages with this too, guys. There's been a lot throughout. Anywhere that this line has been through has had power outages. So hopefully you're not going to be part of that. But man, this lightning, I just keep wanting to play it. Just keep wanting to show it. It's fun to watch. Going back to radar. So Drake, it looks like it's just the back edge of this is going through Clinton now. Alrighty, guys. Well, not really a whole lot to talk about. Yeah, Drake, it's right on the edge. I'll zoom in and put this at a stop. I don't know where you're at in Clinton. You don't have to put it in here, but there's Clinton right there. Here's 7 Highway, 13 Highway, and then 7 Highway on the north side of Clinton. So it's kind of going through Clinton there, and it's just going to be some rain. So not a whole lot to worry about there. Just some rain and maybe some wind with that. Well, so these are starting to fire up here. Just zoomed out to try to take a look at everything, and these are starting to fire up. So that's going to be for hail and wind. So anybody up north by Richmond, all over towards Carrollton, to the north and west of Carrollton, got a severe thunderstorm warning for that, and it's going to be heading southeast. Let's take a look here and yeah, it's moving southeast at 35 miles per hour. And it's going to be 60-mile-per-hour wind gust and quarter-size hail with that one. So we'll kind of keep an eye on these. Was actually going to end the stream here in a few minutes, but we'll continue watching this a little bit. Maybe even stay on it till about 1 o'clock or so, and just kind of see where these things end up. But yeah, Nancy, this is a fantastic light show. I'm showing the radar, but literally on my other screen, I'm watching this. So it is fantastic. I can sit here and watch this all day. I'm so thankful I was able to put these cameras up. One, so you guys can see, but mainly for my benefit. So Tom, for Holden, right now you're clear. It's the stuff that's up north that may pose a threat a little later. I really kind of feel like those aren't going to go severe by the time they get down to Holden, but we'll be monitoring. But right now, it looks pretty good. I'll switch back over, and you can see Holden is. I don't know why it's not showing. Holden's right there, so you can kind of see. I'll put this in motion. I figured it'd play. Here we go. You kind of see that line that's up north. Looks like it's moving more southeast when the stuff that just went through was initially going southeast, and then it took a dive straight south. So unless if this stuff up here takes a dive straight south, you may not get it into much but some more rain later. The heavier stuff may go to the northeast of you. $115 Bots Road. Okay. So if you're heading towards Holden, you should be good. you're probably going to get a good light show to your south. I just left work off of one. Yeah, okay. 4 to midnight. Oh, okay. That's your shift. Um, so you'll probably get some good lightning show off to your south and maybe up to the north, and then just kind of base it on there. If you're worried about getting in any rain or anything like that, I don't think you will. So I think you're gonna be pretty good. I also didn't think this stuff up north was going to go severe, but it did up by Richmond and Bogard, Carrollton area. But it doesn't look like Holden's going to have to worry about much besides maybe some general thunderstorms later on if this takes a little bit further south track. But it's going to be close either way. Tom, I think it rained over there earlier tonight. I'd have to go through and actually I'll just load like the last 50 frames. I don't remember how far back that goes, but okay, so you can kind of see how these storms came through. It went right around Holden, so Holden did get a little bit of rain earlier earlier tonight, but I really don't feel like this stuff up here is going to pose much of a threat. Let me not do that. Go back to just 7. So this stuff here, you can kind of see where Holden's at. It's right in the middle of that severe thunderstorm. I kind of got my cursor on it now. You can see this up north is moving more to the southeast than south, like that first line did. And there's not a whole lot more behind it. There's just a few smaller storms. So I don't feel like you have anything to worry about, at least severe weather wise. Maybe a little bit of rain later on, depending on how that stuff progresses. Oh, no rain at work. Yeah, so it didn't look like it made it that far. About Kingsville area was about as far west as it went for this area, like Cass County, Johnson County area, and south there. There really wasn't a whole lot over there. And I got a little bit of rain in Urick where I'm at, and it's literally just enough to where if you wanted to mow, it would be a nuisance. That's about all we got here. Enough to make the windshields dirty, basically. Yeah, I think you got more rain up by Holden than we did here. It kind of was going a little bit southeast movement, and then just it formed just right around Urick. If we go back there and watch that, it was kind of annoying. I want a little bit of rain. 14. You can kind of see it just to the south of Urick there is where it went, and I didn't get much out of it. So, but I did get my yard mowed today just in case. check this stuff up here. Still severe thunderstorm warning up by Richmond, Carrollton area, and still same thing. Quarter size hail, about an inch with 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. And that expires, and it says 24 minutes here. The stuff behind it is not severe warned right now, so that's a positive there. Even on the recent scan, it doesn't look too impressive. And there's really not a tornado threat tonight. It's going to be very, very low if there is. I'm going to go basically 0 on this. But there is storms, so you can't completely rule it out. But it's producing one fantastic lightning show all night. But Alan's, or not Alan, it's Tom. Not even close to Alan. Earlier, I believe if I remember right, Holden had some pretty decent wind gust over there. So you may have some stuff moved around outside if you had anything loose. There for a while, there's about 70-mile-per-hour wind gust, but I don't remember if Holden was part of that. I know over towards Warrensburg to Sedalia was, but I don't remember if it hit over by Holden. Yeah, it got pretty exciting there as far as wind wise earlier. It's pretty big stretch, and it may not have hit over there. It may not have got that far west. Like that line of storms was really kind of right in that area, maybe over by Lone Jack, is where I think the furthest west part of the storm was. So it'd be real close if Holden got that. But I know there was some radar indicated, I should say, 70-mile-per-hour gust. I haven't seen anything that's been confirmed on that, but it was they ramped up pretty quick, and then it all kind of weakened pretty quick because this little line right out in front. This is the rain cooled air that's right in front of that line there, and it just kind of takes away a lot of the energy for storms to maintain it, updrafts and stuff. Yeah, I believe I know exactly where you're at, Tom. I think I believe it was you that we were kind of talking about that on the last stream where you were and kind of where I was, and we're like, man, it's kind of a small world. I drive past your area on my way over to Holden. I'm eating pretzels, guys, so if you can hear this, let me know again. I know it's not pleasant to listen to somebody eat. Yeah, that you definitely drive past that. It's going to be right around, but it's Medford area, right? All right, so anybody that's still watching down in St. Clair County area, it's still, you're probably gonna get some good winds, and it's gonna sound a lot worse than what it kind of is. But still, 50-mile-per-hour winds or so down by Max Creek, Climax Springs area is probably what they're saying down here. I haven't looked at it. Yeah, 50 mile per hour winds. That's still gonna sound mean, especially at night. So everything kind of sounds worse at night because you just can't see what's going on. But over in St. Clair County, there's no severe warnings or anything at this time. So but we'll let the stuff kind of go here. I may end up ending the stream here fairly shortly. I'm gonna give it a few more minutes to watch this up here to make sure that it's not gonna. I say make sure, but before I end the stream to see if this stuff doesn't turn south, which I don't see it. Don't see it turning south. That's still going. That's still going southeast. Good night to you too, Tom. And actually, I think I will go and end the stream, guys. If this does build up to where we need to get back on, then I will. But just kind of expect that this stuff may come down into the area. I would think it would be about just general thunderstorms kind of deal at that point, but you never know. Mother Nature does weird things sometimes. So, man, you're making some pretty good time. I feel like, Tom, you're already in P Hill. You really don't have much further to go. But just kind of recap down here too, down in St. Clair County, just some decent winds, 50-ish, 50 miles per hour kind of deal, with some pretty torrential rains down there, especially in the dark. You really can't see a whole lot with this. But if anything does happen, I'll still be up. I'll be watching, and we'll go live again, kind of deal. I do appreciate everyone that has kind of stayed up with me. It's 12:45. It's always nice to have somebody else to talk to when we're doing this. So Tom, thanks for chiming in. Nancy, definitely. I think you should be just about to Clinton, right? I don't remember how long ago it's been, but I think you should be about to Clinton, if not already been in Clinton for a while. But everything looks Clinton wise for Drake. I believe you are in Clinton area because you've asked about it a lot. And Nancy, Clinton looks to be good. You may not see another drop of rain tonight unless that stuff from the north starts coming down. But that would just be some general rain, maybe some thunderstorm kind of deal later on. But if anything does happen, we'll be back on. I do appreciate it, everything, guys, and we will see you next time. If you guys have a good Friday and a good weekend. So it looks to be warm and muggy. So, and it looks like we have a stretch here. I haven't looked past the next couple of days, but I will talk with you guys next time.